90 minutes have passed. Your timeline has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate.
Welcome everybody to the Falcon one-shot. On the agenda, we have Zero Time Dilemma here today, which is a game I'm really excited to be showing off because it almost never happened. If you're familiar or not, this is part of the Zero Escape series of games, which started off with 999. Eventually we got Virtue's Last Reward. And Zero Time Dilemma almost didn't happen because those games weren't exactly commercial successes, but through enough fan support, we actually got Zero Time Dilemma up and running. Now this actually falls in between the timeline of 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, which is essentially at the end of the series, but it does leave some things unanswered, which is where Zero Time Dilemma kind of fills in the gap, even though it fits in between both of those 2 games in the storyline, which is, pretty interesting. If you've never played these type of games before, they're essentially just very story-driven morality choices, and then there's also a puzzle aspect to it, which is kind of like an escape the room type of setting, where you have to figure out some really interesting and intricate puzzles as well to kind of get through the next portion. Everything is kind of interconnected in a sense. What's really cool about Zero Time Dilemma is that the story, at least the progress, is kind of really fragmented, so you never know what you are doing or accomplishing or actually watching or seeing and hearing at the time, because the entire storyline for the game is fragmented. So you'll be choosing one fragment of a memory, and you'll be going through either the story or the puzzle aspect of that, but you're not entirely sure where this fits in the entire puzzle of the time frame until you obviously complete everything, and then it all makes sense to you. But it's really, really cool. Let's get in here and check it out. I want to show off some of the dialogue and morality choices, and then we'll probably jump into a puzzle. So this video alone is going to be actually really fragmented itself, because there is a bit of time aspect involved, because there's a lot of story that needs to be told. So I'm going to be skipping some of that to show you some of the morality choices, but we'll also be showing you some of the puzzle ones in this video here. So, alright, so essentially the game is broken up into 3 different teams, and all of them will kind of have their own fragments of the story, and the overall story will not make sense to you until you kind of go through everybody and see everybody's perspective, where exactly the story deviated from, because sometimes you'll be doing something with one single team, and the outcome is not what you expect it to be, because maybe another team actually deviated from what you initially thought would be indeed happening. I know it sounds really confusing. It is very confusing when you play the game as well, but you figure it out more and more as you kind of go along over here. So we have the team led by Carlos, we have the team led by Q, and we also have the team led by Diana, if I'm correct over here. And there's also a lot of returning characters from 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, survivors, I should say, of those games, mind you. Essentially, the goal over here is that 6 people need to die in order for you to get 6 codes in order to escape.
This is weird. There should be another room around here somewhere.
Let me see it! Hey!
Shut up!
He's got the right to see it too.
Mira.
Thank you.
It's pretty pointless to hang out here kicking our heels. Let's go back to the lounge.
What is this?
Let's inhibit the virus. Maybe someone's gonna remove or control some kind of virus.
Virus? What virus?
About the vote? What will we do?
Don't ask me.
But if we don't do it, doesn't that mean we'll die?
Yeah. Even if C team voted for D team, and D team did the reverse, if we refuse, then we get 2 votes against us automatically.
And Q team would be killed.
I suppose that's true if this game is for real.
So you're saying it's a joke?
Don't you think that would make a whole lot more sense? The DCOM staff will probably pop through that door over there yelling surprise.
I get it! You're right. Then him being here makes sense now. I bet that means you're part of the whole surprise.
No!
Come on. Take off that helmet.
I can't.
Huh?
I said I can't take it off.
Damn, Brat. Stop bullshitting me.
Stop! Stop! You'll break my neck!
Damn. It's really on there.
Wait. I see something on the side of this thing.
What the hell?
Isn't it a password input?
Does that mean the helmet comes off with the right numbers?
Or maybe his head'll explode.
Hey!
Really? Who are you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I woke up and I was here.
Are you saying you have amnesia?
Maybe. Could I ask you something?
What?
Alright, so here is where you finally get a couple of options to figure out with every team what is going on, to ask these people what they know. Every team is going to have, like, especially if you choose this fragment for each one of them, you're going to have a couple of choices that are kind of similar to it, which will tell you the story from their perspective. And it's really interesting because I'm not sure if you see that red box over here to the right-hand side. That'll actually become really important because that red box is actually involved in everybody else's quarters at the moment. All of these teams are basically removed from each other, obviously. And what we're trying to do right now is vote for a team that we want to be killed off, and that would be 3 instant kills, which means the 3 codes, and then we're just 3 codes away from escaping. But obviously that's where the morality comes into play. Do you really want to kill other people in order for you just to survive? So right now we'll just ask a couple of questions.
I was wondering, who is Zero?
Oh, come on! Stop playing! You know everything, don't you?
I told you, I don't...
So you're gonna stick with the idea that this isn't some big surprise?
I don't know. I don't remember anything.
If this isn't a joke, then things are really serious.
Then you're saying one of the teams is actually going to be executed? But why would someone do that?
Zero said, it's a game.
So then he's a psychopath. This Zero guy's probably off somewhere enjoying seeing us freak out.
He could be that serial killer in the news.
That's that Heart Ripper, yeah?
Yeah.
Rumor is they killed 18 people, all in the past few years.
March 15th, 2026. The body of a young female was found in a park in Roseville. The victim's name was Virginia Bailey, age 28. The chest was ripped open and the heart entirely removed. It happened again on May 22nd, 2026. The body of a male was found in a trash can near a residence in Sacramento. The victim's name was Jeffrey Foray, age 37. His body was just like Virginia's, with the heart completely gouged out. 2 months later, on July 29th...
Hey, wait a minute. Don't you have amnesia or something?
Why do you know all this?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I knew.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's awesome. And all of these are kind of like set over here for you to kind of figure out more information. So if you're a newcomer to the series, mind you, you're not completely lost because the game will run down through the choices what has happened in the past games and what's currently happening in the relationship between these people here. So even if you're a new player, you'll know what's happening based on the choices you make. So that's what these are kind of set up for right here, to kind of have you learn the game if you're a newcomer to the series itself. So we're going to skip through all of these. I want to get over to the choosing portion over here.
You know, I've been trying to figure something out for a while. What is this thing?
Maybe it's a gift from Zero.
So what, you think there's assorted teas inside?
Gifts don't have to be a good thing, do they? Hey, what the hell? Stop! What if it's some kind of bomb?
A bomb? I don't think it is. Oh, something's on the back. I think this is upside down. So this would be the front.
Force quit box?
Guess it stopped something.
Look, there's also a keyboard.
Looks like you're supposed to input a code of some kind.
And if we get it right?
Then something will be forced to end?
But what?
Maybe your life.
What was that sound?
It came from that way.
Let's go!
Gab? How did you...
You came through the vent. It's too dark. I can't see anything.
Why don't you go in?
I can't.
Just do it, will ya?
See?
You didn't have this stupid thing on your head.
Hey, check this out.
There's something inside the case.
Is that a coaster? Oh, there's something on it. Hello, Carlos here. C team is voting for D team. So D team should vote for Q team and Q team for C team.
What does this mean?
Don't you get it? They're saying to spread the votes.
Huh? Spread?
I get it. If each team ends up with 1 vote each.
The whole thing is a tie and no team will be executed.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, now we have a plan. Let's do it.
But wait.
Why should we wait?
Well, what if this message hasn't been delivered to D team yet?
You're right. The position of this vent does imply it only connects towards C. I doubt Gab's made his way toward D yet.
We need to figure out how to notify D team then.
Hold on a sec. I'll get a pen and cheese. There was some at the bar, right?
A pen?
And cheese?
That should do it.
What exactly are you doing? Oh, I get it. If Ward C and Ward Q have connected vents,
Then Q and D are probably connected as well.
Yep. We just need to take the cheese and...
it's all on you, Gab.
Think it'll work?
I'm sure it will. "5 minutes until the deadline."
I wonder if Gab made it to Ward D or not.
Even if he did, who knows if Diana will vote the way it says in the note.
What? You think she'll betray us?
It's not outside the realm of possibility. I don't even want to consider the alternative.
Which is?
That the whole letter from C Team is a trap.
Trap.
They could have written it, but maybe Carlos is planning to vote for Q Team instead.
Hey, wait a minute now. That's not good. At all.
You said it. If I'm right, then we need Diana to do the opposite of what it says.
What? But...
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
The vote has to be decided by the leader, but
what should we do?
We don't have time for a committee.
then we'll just have to use force.
Hey, wait!
And here we finally get to vote. So this is what makes it really interesting, because we're not entirely sure, based on the revelations towards the end just now, whether the note is really legit, whether C Team is just playing us instead. And, you know, we get to see the perspective as well from C Team and then from D Team as well. And everybody has their own kind of like little bit of agenda. But as I mentioned, the entire storyline is fragmented, so you're not entirely sure when this is actually happening compared to all the other memories we'll be going through as well. So if we go ahead and follow the node, it would say we should vote for C team, correct?
Your vote has been accepted.
Following the note, huh?
I guess it's fine. It's not like it was a bad choice. Now we wait and see what exactly Carlos and Diana do.
If this plan doesn't work, then there are two outcomes that could happen. Either the 3 and C team die,
Or we're the ones executed.
No, there's one more possibility.
Yeah?
It's a joke. Someone is definitely tricking us.
So it is you!
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the cranium. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made. As all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote entered. Pleasant dreams.
And do we survive with Q team or not? Do we survive with C team or not? Do we survive with D team or not? Again, we don't know because the entire storyline is fragmented. The reason why, as well, that our teams don't recall is because of the whole memory drug thing that we just that Zero just talked about, where we, as a team, or at least the people in the game, are never sure what's happened because of that memory drug input that gets put into us. So they're never sure what's already happened or what hasn't, essentially. So that's kind of like more of the story aspect. What I should know that I found really interesting, you saw how Q was able to lift off that box. I found it to be really intriguing because, let me show you something here really quickly.
I shouldn't have thought it would be that easy.
We need a hint.
Maybe it says something on the underside.
Nope. Won't budge.
Is it heavy?
Heavy doesn't even begin to cover it. I doubt it's made out of anything from Earth.
Well, you are getting up there, Sigma.
What do you say? My body's still got it.
I'll just give it a try. You weren't lying.
See? I told you.
Alrighty guys, and this will be the last thing we're checking out here for this video. This will be the well, at least one of the very first puzzle rooms you'll be getting involved with Team D, if I'm correct over here. I've gone ahead and solved it already. I didn't want to show that on camera just in case you want to, figure out on your own accord over here. But, what you want to do is you want to definitely be very, very vigilant about your surroundings with these puzzles over here, because it's all about having a really open mind and just being really vigilant about what changes based on the options that you actually undertake over here. You'll be finding items, you'll be going ahead and interacting with these items and using them in different parts of the room itself, and that'll trigger some things to pop out. This entire first puzzle is entirely based on this piano, and without spoiling too much, you definitely have to pull these piano keys out, which will be the first thing you do, and you have to figure out the pattern you have to play them at, which will be inserted over here eventually, and this will tell you how to play them. But that's all again done through all the puzzles that you kind of get involved with over here. You see that knife over there? Yep, that knife was also involved. But it's again really, really interesting. I am going to go ahead and just show you the solve now, but not to show you how to get there, but I'll show you the solution over here, which I figured out on my own. It took me a while, but I did it. I felt really, really accomplished about it too. But up here is my own memo writing, which is really terrible. Here is the keys over here down this side. This is the order you want to input these keys, mind you. And down here it tells you, or at least I wrote down, the order of the keys regularly. So this is the order you want to go with. So essentially G would be the first one. You want to go ahead and pipe this one down over here. E would be the second one, so you want to go ahead and type, or at least play the third key right here, etc. So you get the idea of it, right? And that will ultimately lead to another interesting part of the story as well. But there you guys have it. This is going to be Zero Time Dilemma, the PC version. It's going to be available on the PC, 3DS, Vita, and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure. But if you haven't done so and you want to, I would definitely suggest you to check out 999 and also Virtue's Last Reward if you want to get the entire scope of the series and you do enjoy watching this video and what the game's all about. I think it's a series that's really overlooked, and it's unfortunate because, man, there's just so much thought put into this series that it's really amazing. I will catch you next time.